Houston, Texas. It's week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Deshaun Watson and the Houston Texans taking on Kirk Cousins and the Minnesota Vikings.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the play. Playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
first and 10. Watson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Second and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Here comes Cobb. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Texans take over first and 10. At their own 20.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 23. Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Throwing again, Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. The first carry now, this is Johnson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Fourth down.
Sometimes I wonder, partner, what it would be like to just do a bar graph for all the players in the NFL to see where they came from in college to where they are in the NFL. And Daniil Hunter, a guy with less than 10 sacks in his college career at LSU, is now one of the best sack guys in the NFL. Picks up another one there, had 14.5 last year, and became the youngest player in NFL history to reach 50 sacks in his career in the 2019 season.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
16 yards. First down, Vikings.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Cook, the ball carrier.
Simply not much more you can ask out of your running back. Over 100 yards and the 3 touchdowns.
And for an old coot like me, I loved it because he did it on the ground. A running back taking control of the game. That's what I like to see.
Hold on, an old coot?
Coot, C-O-O-T.
All right, I'll look that up later.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
Gain of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Oh, man, can't do that.
Well, this crowd does not like that call.
Understandable reaction from them. That's their team that the penalty's going against. But you and I both know they're going to take care of the quarterback.
A first down throw for Cousins. That's complete to Sharp. And taking it to the 15. Yard line before he's brought down.
Complete to Tajay Sharp.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through one tackle. Gosh, he winds up getting 8 there.
8 yards.
2nd and 2. First down marker at the 5-yard line. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
Down behind the line of scrimmage.
They went with a run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options. But when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
The gain of 5 that time gives them the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Cousins. This is Cook. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
As the tight end position continues to grow in importance and gain respect, you understand even more why the Vikings selected Irv Smith out of Alabama in 2019 in the 2nd round. They already had a big-time tight end in Kyle Rudolph. But now with Smith, you diversify the offense. You've got 2 big targets who can go down the middle of the field and make big catches. Expect that trend to continue in 2020.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Zach Cunningham, there defensively to make that play.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings.
Complete to number 19.
Adam Thielen. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
1st and 10. At their own 30.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you got to start looking not just at play calling, But which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Texans nothing.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Open man, the tight end fells. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Watson a give. This is Johnson. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
What part do they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at the 40. And right away, he'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
1st down.
Cousins on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And now it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 40-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It's a gain of 9. 1st down, Minnesota.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense. They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 14. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now Cousins. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Bailey lining up for the point after.
No success on 1st down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Houston. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Fells has it, left side.
That's good for a Texans 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Pass complete from Watson to Akins. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11.
2nd and 11.
7-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
Minnesota.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Nifty move. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Dalvin Cook, the ball carrier. He's taken down at the 33-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now here's a throw that's taken in by Tajay Sharp. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. First down, here's Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Complete to Adam Thielen. First and
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel, coming from where he did, Division III football, to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiver.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
to
Herb Smith Jr. as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series right here, so we got to step it up.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. This is caught. It's Cooks. 20, 10, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? I'm not sure that they have illusions right now. Okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the 38, Cousins.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Yards to go.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Complete. Jefferson the target.
Cousins pass. Complete.
Well, the evidence is once again presented why he was such a top target at LSU. And Justin Jefferson carrying that over to the NFL. He's what a lot of people call a natural pass catcher. What I love about him is his ability to play the ball in the air and at the moment of truth, go up and take it from a defensive back. This guy is smooth.
A gain of 12.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Cook. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They run it again with Cook. Just a yard of the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Third and short yardage. Cousins sliding out of the pocket and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
They'll run with Cook, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They try again with Cook. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
He's good. Makes the score Vikings 30. Texans.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start it.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Danielle Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. Third down here.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
A gain of 9.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. But we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
39-yard line.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They run. Cook might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Bernard
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins, and he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked the ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now.
3rd down and 9 yards.
On play action, Cousins. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 21, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Intercepted.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 26.
6-yard line.
After the interception, here's Watson.
This is
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Minnesota.
This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Here comes Cobb. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Number 25.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
2nd and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
That's good for a Texans first down.
We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston, it's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. He gets it to Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dancing, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off at the 33. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and...
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Offense.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Gain of 9. Brings up
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard. Leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is caught by Fowles, right side. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
At the 31-yard
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Watson sacked.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. For that one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. From the gun, here's Watson. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Finding Fowles complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Watson on 1st down. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
That's another Texans 1st down.
To the air yet again, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Vikings pick up the football. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers it on the scoreboard.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 30 big ones. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. Pass complete from Watson to Akins. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
For the Texans.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. They go play action. Cousins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return. And control of the football, switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Push him back. Mike.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw again. Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. One last throw here for Watson. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, They're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.